Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today I did another wager against Ryzen, but this time it's on threes. So there's actually a good skill and not just quick drops every play. It's Ryzen selling in their IRL Reborn Hunter, and it's me, I'm Trip2K, and Nikki DF. We did a $50 pot. My team would have put up like $150, but they said no, only $50, because they didn't want to put up more than $25. So we can't control if they wanted to put up more or not. But it could have been like a $300 pot if they wanted to put up more money, but we can't control that. There are some badge rules. It was silver anchors, no glove, silver menace, silver challenger, no mascots, silver limited takeoff. You are allowed to ask for double or nothing, but if they decline, the other team does get their money. Oh, and we put it down to bronze anchor, actually. We banned no quick drop off one or off two, no bully, limited range silver, and limited takeoff silver. And that's it. And like screens is allowed, ice is allowed, and there's no height rules. There's no height rules. Like those tournaments that I always see are like so stupid. Like 6'4" under guards, 6'8", 6'7" under locks, and 6'9" plus bigs. Those are just so stupid. But we're up 9-4. Nikki just ends up getting the steal there, putting us up 11-4. It was a best of. It's a best of 7. It was a best of 7. Or best of 5, I don't remember. Can't actually. I was about to say who won, but I can't say. I literally ruined the whole video. That basketball is me getting every time I get a follower. I gained a lot of followers when I was streaming on Twitch, but since I did edit this, you might not see a lot of them. Rain put up money for my team because he wanted to get money because he knew we were gonna win. So he put up 15 for my team. And I put up 10, but Rain was also a middleman, so it could have like, so I don't know. I mean, middlemaning and putting up money is kind of weird, but like, he didn't scam. I'll say the team that won did get their money. He did not scam. But people were like kind of like suspicious about that, how he's middlemaning and putting up money for a team, because like if the team that he put money up for lost, they thought he was gonna scam. I'm like, nah, he won't scam, because he's literally like a thumbnail designer. So like, people send him money to do work. Like, he doesn't have to do the work, and you can just keep the money. It's like, I was like, nah, he won't. And they're like, okay. So, I put up 10, he put up 15, and then Ryzen put up the 25 for their team. So we're up 14-8 in game 1. I don't think Ryzen shot a 3 yet. Selen ends up taking a dunk, putting them 14-10. Trip was frying. Like, look at that. He was frying. He was, like, I can't even, like, say what he was doing. He was going crazy. Like, literally, they switched Selen, and then Selen got mad and said, I can't play lock and big. Selen got so mad about it. But, like, no one could guard Trip. He was frying. And then and look at my chat. You could say, oh, you could see, oh my god, nah, he cooked him, oh my god. Like, they were, like, going crazy on Trip for frying Ryzen like that. It was crazy. Right there, he ends up missing. I feel like he missed a lot of threes open. But so did their team. Their team didn't even shoot that many threes, though. So, like, honestly, it's whatever. So, he ends up missing again. He does, like, the self-inbound thingy, and it doesn't work out, unfortunately. This is game 2, by the way. We're up 1-0. My game and stream end up crashing a couple times here, and I don't know why. And it was kind of, like, annoying. So, in one of the games, you'll see that we had to let them score because I got lagged out at, like, when the score was, like, a certain point. So, you'll see that a lot. Because for some reason, my game was crashing a lot, and same with my stream. And it wasn't my Wi-Fi, because the second I got off 2K and went on GTA, everything was fine. So, like, I don't know what's going on with 2K, but it was just not working for me. I don't know why. I thought that was Trip passing in, so I, like, ran up, hoping to get the ball, and Nicky said, go corner. I was like, oh, shit, I thought that was Trip. And he's like, nope. He just hit, Ryzen said after the wager we should have banned Scottie Pippen dunk, but you have to make rules before the wager, not middle or after the wager, especially after the wager, after the money's already been sent to the winning team. Ryzen was on a 6'9", their big was a 6'9", and their spotter was a 6'9". My guard was 6'9". I was a 6'9". I'm big, and I do not know how tall Nicky is. The problem with their defense is a 6'9" lock. Their defense stats are actually terrible. Like, you get no good defense as a 6'9". Like, as a lock, you probably get like an 87 perimeter. Yeah, that's good, but to play main lock and big at the same time, that is terrible. But yeah, Tripp's frying him and he's playing lock and he's playing big and he's getting dogged by me. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing he can do because he can't try to position himself to get rebound as playing lock. And he ends up greening that. That was like a 16. Yeah, bro, we got so many steals during this. Nicky was clamping him, and that's like the steals. I guess you could say they took no skill, but they kind of did because we had no glove on. So it's not like he was just clicking X and got a steal. He had to like actually time the steal, and what a good point to click it was. Right here, he ends up shooting that fade. That's a really good shot, but it ends up missing. I don't know, like he obviously mistimed it, but he was a mid-range with sharp take. That should have been green, but we ended up getting the rebound. That Hunter kid is like a 75 win percentage, but he's terrible because he just gets carried. Yeah, he ends up missing a second time in the same play, and I get the rebound. That Hunter kid could not get a rebound. And Selin was supposed to be big, but Ryzen clearly could not play lock. And since Selin's playing lock, he cannot play big at all. That ends up missing. They finally get the rebound after that possession. They were getting horsed, like, badly. Like, they cannot get a rebound at all. Like, it was bad. Hunter ends up backdooring. He does not take that, surprisingly. He does a walk back, doesn't shoot it. And then he ends up just doing like quick slip, and it works, unfortunately. Putting us, we're still up 13-8. He doesn't jump there at all, which shocked me. Tripp's trying to get a 3 probably here, but he just ends up trying to get it, taking a 2. Ends up missing it because there's 2 people there. I'm running down so they don't end up scoring. Right here, I'm lagging really bad. The guy lagged really bad there. That's not my video or anything. That was like in game. So it's not like, ooh, like I'm like posting a video of like recording lag. That was just the game. I lagged out of more games than I've played probably. And right there, he literally got blocked by the rim and got it and just went right back up. That was so stupid. Trevor ends up taking that dunk. We were all using like the front clutches on LeBron and Scottie Pippen because those are like the most unblockable dunks other than quick drop. That ends up missing somehow. I have no the only reason I agreed to no anchor, like the only reason I said yo let's do no anchor, and then he said Bronzo was like okay, okay, is because this is like a new build, so I only have 1 tier 3 badge, which is Rebound Chaser on Hall of Fame. Like if I would have had anchor unlocked, I would have said anchor on Hall of Fame, but I don't. They only that's the reason I agreed to it. It's not like I was like oh no I don't want anchor. It was just because I couldn't have it, so I was like oh yeah let's do silver. They're like. I'm like, and then he said no anchor. I'm like, no, let's do silver. And then I realized, oh wait, I can't put it on. I said, no, I agree with no anchor. He said, no, let's do bronze. I was like, okay, the lower the better, because I couldn't put it on. And there is no limit on chase down, but chase downs don't really matter on this game. But if we would have had Hall of Fame anchor, Ryzen probably wouldn't have scored in the paint. And some of the dunks that Tripp took probably wouldn't have went in either, because Tripp took some like crazy dunks. Ryzen's cold as the main guard. That's just not good. Nicky's trying to like play guard. He ends up taking that. I don't know what that was. Somehow Ryzen got the board on colds. He ends up fouling. I'm just gonna not the passing in. This video is only 17 minutes. Without editing, it was 54. So like I edited this video down pretty good. Yeah, but like it was so like boring to edit. That one in putting us up 19 to 15. Game 2. Selin just ends up backdooring. That somehow misses. I don't know how. Nicky almost shot that. It would have been a really bad shot, but he did not end up shooting it. Nicky, Tripp is trying to get a 3. He could take anything here. He does that. He fries him, shoots it, misses. We needed that because they can still win this game, putting the game 1-1. He misses again. Nicky gets the rebound, puts it up, putting us up 2-0 for game 2. We won 21-15. We're to go to game 3. Here, so I got lagged out in game 3. So what happened was we had to let them get 4 points and we had to get 2, and then it was our ball. So that's what you just saw right there. But I was going to show the other 2. But I just wanted to show at least one play of it so you knew what happened. And then we ended. That was a legit 2. Like we're actually playing. After they got their 2, it was 4-2 that we started playing. So that 2 that Tripp just got was real. That was not them letting us get it because we were actually playing. Because I got lagged out the actual game 3. Because I got lagged out game 1. game 2, and then game 3. So like we had to keep redoing games. And 1 and 2 of the game, and even if we counted the games where I lagged out, we would have won because they won 2 games with the AI. They won 2 games with me, and they only won 1 against my AI. So we would have won 4-1 instead of the actual winning team. So it didn't matter if we counted the games with the AIs or not. We would have won that. The lanes were not working. We end up getting a block, which works out because we got more takeover. Well, whoever got the block gets more takeover than a takeover for a steal. And Tripp ends up picking the ball. The score is 6-6. That's not good. We want to sweep them at 4-0 because like 4-0 is just better than like a 4-1 or like a 4-2, or losing the wager is actually worse. We want the sweep because we're up 2-0 right now. There's no way they come back. I hope not. I'd hope they didn't come back or don't. I hope they don't win. I hope they didn't win a game because that's what we wanted. Like people were saying, if they win 1 game, the whole wager's just a disappointment, which is just crazy. That's how much hate they were like getting. Or like, like they had like no one hoping they won on their side. Like people wanted to side bet on our people wanted to do side bets, but everyone wanted to side bet on our team. So that's why no one side bet, because no one wanted to put money up against on Ryzen's team winning. So that's why people just put money into our pot, so they could get their money doubled if we won. But if they won, so many people were disappointed because they wanted us to sweep and they put money in our pot. Like the people not even playing, put up more money in our pot than we did because it was only like a $25 pot. So it's 15-15. That's actually not good. He ends up hitting Nicky. Nicky hits him with the breaking point green celebration, putting it 18-15. Ryzen ends up getting a 3 because we both ended up jumping it, putting it 18-18. We needed 3 to win the game. We end up taking the 2. It's 20-18 in the 3rd game. Ryzen needs a 3 here, or he's going to lose, most likely, because there's no way we don't get a 2, because we have 20 points off 2s most and like a couple 3s. He ends up taking the 2. I try cutting in. I do not get it. Tripp cuts in. That's one of those chunks I was talking about. We won game 3. We're up 3-0. We need 1 more game for the sweep. We do not want them to win a game. But that's one of the dunks I'm talking about. If we had anchored on Hall of Fame, that dunk would have not gone in. Game 4, Tripp was trolling so hard. So Nicky said, if we don't get the sweep, you're not getting any of the money. Because he didn't put up any money, but like we would have gave him some money, and same with Nicky. Like if we won. And then so Tripp like started trying. It's 2-2 right there. Obviously Nicky was trolling. We said you won't get any money, but it was just like so we could like lock in, and we were just trolling this game. He ends up having the open 3. He ends up missing, which is just not what they need right now because they're down 3-0. I don't really think there's any hope for them at this point. Ryzen's just not playing, putting us up 5-2. He's just like sitting there like, I'm not going to show the clip because he was like screaming, but he was like screaming. Salon's always trying to be like the hero and stuff. He got so mad at Salon at the end of this. Like it was bad. They're up 6-5. That's good for them. They have odds as of right now, but we get the open 3, putting us up 7-5 and 8-5. I just can't do math. I guess that's unfortunate. He's just standing there. I don't know what he was doing here. They were trying to like get a back cut, and then he just runs in and takes the dunk. And you can see my chat like saying, "Holy Tripp is him." Like Tripp was just, like frying, selling in on Ryzen. Nicky gets a 3. He ends up missing. I get the rebound. I hit Tripp out. He ends up greening it. I thought he missed that one of those shots. There was a bunch of open shots that we missed here. Ryzen trying to get open. He just can't get open. So he ends up taking the 2. They need 3s to win those 2s. We're up 11-10. We have no time. He ends up shooting that step back, and it ends up being 10-13. He ends up taking the dunk, or the layup, whatever that was. Nicky ends up taking that layup. Ryzen gets the rebound, and Nicky ends up fouling. Ryzen shoots the 3. Does not go in. They get the rebound. He ends up fouling, and Ryzen is trying to get it 2 here, and it worked out, putting them up 14-13. Trip shoots a 16% and it ends up being green, putting us up 16-14. Not looking good for them. I get the rebound after Ryzen misses, or Salin. I didn't really see who shot, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was Ryzen. That's someone I remember. He had the 2. He's trying to get a 3 just so he can like be guaranteed to win. Once again, you see someone saying, yeah, not gonna lie, Trip is him, because Trip is like frying. He ends up shooting that fade, ends up missing. Nicky like is like, Trip, just win the game, because he's trolling. Like he's going for like laughs and stuff when we're up 16-14. We are up 3-0, but everyone wants us to sweep. I wish there were side bets on this, but no one thought Ryzen's team would win. But there is still hope, because they are only down 2 points, but we are up 3-0. I don't really think they can become a 3-0 sweep. He ends up greening that fade, putting up 17-16. We end up taking the dunk, putting us back up 18-17. They need a 3 here, or this game is over. It's over for them if they don't get a 3 here. They could take a 2. Hunter gets the open 3, ends up missing that as a pure stretch to the 89 3-pointer, which is not good. Nicky was saying, I'm running guard. I was like, no, just give Trip the ball. And Nicky's like, okay, tell Trip to end the game. I was like, okay. And I was like, tell him Trip, just end the game. Gets off the court before we get to the 4-0. He ends up frying him. He's trolling. Nicky shoots that on cold for some reason, misses. I end up hitting Trip out here. He doesn't shoot that because he wants to go for swag. I don't know what word. I don't know. Trip ends up shooting it, misses, giving Ryzen the board. Nicky screaming, come on. Like, Nicky was pretty, like, annoyed at that point because he just wanted to get off the court because we wanted to sweep really bad. Ryzen does the walk back, doesn't shoot it. He does his KD size up. That's literally, he's playing the exact same as the 2s wager, but you see the difference as a 2s and a 3s wager? On 2s, you can take all 2s and win. 3s, you have to use skill and take 3s. He shot 2 or 3 3-pointers this whole wager. Trip ends up taking the dunk, putting us up 20-19 in Game 4. They need to win. Salin shoots a terrible 3, and then Hunter ends up fouling me. We have the ball. We just need to score anything here to win, making us win 4-0. Trip cuts in, takes that dunk. That is one of the dunks I was talking about, where if Anchor was on Hall of Fame, it would have missed. Yeah, you can see there once again. Yeah, not gonna let Trip is him. Yep, and then like here I'm getting invited to party because we wanted to talk. Like, because before this wager they were talking crazy. So once this wager, I know we started talking crazy as well. I was like, yeah, 4-0, and then they just got mad. That shot that Salin shot, Ryzen got so mad. He said like, Salin's always trying to be the hero. I was like, yeah. Well, that's my wager. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.